Hi everyone, happy Monday. Hope your weekend was good. We're finally getting rid of the snow and ice we had here for the last 3 days. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so my was really good today because we had several stories to look into. Okay. The first one is uh, Connor. Um, hold on. Adam and Chelsea's son. Okay. Now, if you remember, he has OCD, and which is uncommon for children, but I like that they're tackling this topic because it's relevant, um, especially these days. Okay, so let's see. The big thing is that they were going to. He was going to move in with Adam to the Newman Ranch house. And Connor said he didn't know if he could handle it. So there's that. Um, but Adam, I don't know. I used to like him. I mean, okay, now I have to say this. I always separate the actor from the character. Okay, so Mark Grossman is great, but the character of Adam has always been sketchy. And by that I mean, whatever he wants to have done, he does, and maybe a sneaky manner. So he's not the most trustworthy character. Okay? So, okay, this is how I see him using what Connor said. He's using it to his advantage to hopefully convince Chelsea to move into the house with them. And to put her mind at ease, he says, well, I'm going to make the first rule. Whatever you want is what we do. And we're making this only about Connor and not about us. Okay. Yeah, right. Um, okay. Story number two is let's see, what was story number two? Well, story number two was hold on, Connor and no Harrison. They were going to tell Harrison that Claire and Kyle are a couple, right? And who happens to be there but Allison and Lanier Summer, right? I swear, I am trying to like this character, but I just can't. She's sitting there and she's a great parent. But when it comes to anything that's not, she's not the center of attention, she just can't handle it. Um, okay. Case in point, the scene was Summer and Harrison sharing a book, right? Reading a book together. And then Kyle and Claire come in and say they want to talk to Harrison. So Summer says, should I stay? Kyle says, no, we got it. And then, um, you know, they tell Harrison that they're a couple, right? And he's gushing about how great Claire is. And Summer is sitting there on the opposite side of the couch or whatever, looking like a petulant child, not saying anything, not doing anything. It's just sitting there. And then she leaves. And then she's with Connor Floyd Chance, which he's hot. Okay. So they're together having dinner or whatever. And she's talking about how he's saying, well, do you want to share anything? Do you have anything, like you having a bad day or something? And she says no. So she's happy as a clam with him, but then she's not when it's not about her, which is weird. Okay. So then they cut to Claire, Kyle, and Harrison again, all together. And he goes, well, but Summer is the best because Summer is my mom. And nobody is better than her. She's the best. Okay, so my contention is, why doesn't Summer know that? Why can't Summer feel that she is his mother and he sees her as such, and so she's not in competition with anybody else or any other females? And why don't you have enough confidence to believe in yourself to begin with? You need validation from a 6-year-old kid? Really? Wow. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What else is going on? Mm, let's see. I told you about the kids storyline. What else is going on? Oh, I gotta say, Mark Grossman and Melissa Claire Egan, great together. Great, great, great. Yeah, I really want them. Well, I want them back together, but if it happens organically. Oh, there's another thing I meant to mention. Okay, so I told you guys that this was a while ago that Courtney Hope and Mark Grossman apparently broke up. And I said it before it came out because I said, look at the energy. Like, they used to be together on screen all the time, and now it's like nothing. And I'm like, something must have gone on. So, yeah, they broke up. But I mean, when they broke up to the point where they can't even work together anymore. It's weird. Um, yeah, so that's just odd. I don't know, it's odd. So, oh, the other storyline. But it's not a storyline yet. Um, okay. So you're supposed to believe that they came from California back to Genoa City, Wisconsin, and Nate is waiting to hear from his brother, and he's not sure if he's going to hear from him. And Audra is telling him that he shouldn't start with a lie, which is what I said from the beginning. I said, okay, so think about all the stuff the guy has been through, and you're going to start your relationship off with a lie. It's not going to go well for you, because if he does trust you, then all that trust is going to be erased because you lied to him. Maybe start with the truth. But then Nate, the character, said, well, I didn't want to burden him with all the truth at one point. Okay. And I understand that. All I'm saying is tell him the truth. And if you want to, in chunks, but tell him the truth. Don't start with a lie. Oh, and then also, because I have to mention a weird moment. Okay. So, uh, Nate and Audra are together having adult fun. And she is so invested in what happens with Damien that she's willing to quit doing what they're doing so he'll answer a text message. Now, I know this is soap opera, but okay. If you're in that moment and any partner involved, like, okay, if you're the woman, if your guy says, whatever, to get it to stop, or you say something that like it's like that, you're doing something wrong. I'm sorry, but you're doing something wrong there. Oh, okay. So yeah. So there's going to be a continuation of that, but that's about all the storylines. Apparently, they were focused on the kids today, which is fine. I just wasn't prepared for it, honestly, because, well, where I am, they're back to school from winter break, and they probably got a day off on Friday because of the weather. But they're supposed to be back in school, so I kind of assumed every kid was back in school. I don't know. All right. All right. Bye, guys.